Hi, you guys. I know it's been a while, but it's Key from Cruise with Key. Um, I know it's been a while. It's been probably a month since I've been on here, and it's been honestly a tough road that I've been traveling in, and to be honest with you. I'm always keep it real. I couldn't come on here. I have to make sure that I'm good before I come out into the world, or what have you. So I took a break. Um, but in my therapy session yesterday, we had talked about um, the place that I'm in. I had no idea that I'm in, because I had been trying to process these things that I've been dealing with. Like, to be honest, I've probably cried the whole month of April. It's been tough. There's been loss. Um, there's been new beginnings. There has been some endings. Um, it's just been a lot, and sometimes I just don't know how to process um my thinking pattern, and because of that, I go into this bubble that I've created called the me bubble. And I am really trying to do better with that. So I decided to, just follow one of her homeworks to just go ahead and get on and just share where I am, because it might help somebody else. You never know. And you know, uh I need to definitely find balance in the boundaries that I have set for myself. And it's a struggle because it's something new that I have to do. It's something that I have to learn. And I'm open, I'm always willing to learn. If you're willing to teach, I'm willing to learn. If you're willing to guide, I'm willing to follow. Um, that's just who I am. I am very open to just learn new things, to be a better me, and learn new tools to evolve and process things that either I have control over or I don't have control over. Um, and oftentimes we sit in our stuff and nobody knows what's going on, except for like you and your notebook, or you and your therapist. You got to start setting healthy relationships boundaries, not just within yourself but even within your circle, your family, your spouse, your co-workers, whomever is in your life. You have to set healthy boundaries, and then when you set those boundaries, you have to create a balance in those boundaries. Um, and that's something that I had to learn. And I've also learned that you know, the stage that I am in is what you call your feelings stage. So I'm at a stage, your feelings stage. So I'm at a stage in my life where I'm processing how I feel. All I know is to just be strong. To know me is to know, yeah, I might cry, but I will wipe my tears all the time, and I'm learning to just let them fall, um, and process what I'm going through in that moment instead of trying to push it away. And I think that, of course, that probably comes from, my childhood, knowing that, um, I guess when I was feeling a certain way, it was never either understood, it was never addressed, it was never nurtured, it was never probably identified. And because of that, again, I created this me bubble even when it comes to my emotions. And I think that's why sometimes, like, I'll be like, I hate when I cry because I feel like I'm at like a funeral. Because sometimes when I cry hard. When I say hard, I mean hard. And it's like, but why am I crying so hard? But I realize it's because in that moment while I'm crying, I'm thinking, literally thinking about my emotions, and I don't like to feel my emotions at all, actually at a certain time. But I'm actually in a stage in my life where everything that I feel, everything that happens, I'm processing those feelings, and I've never done that. And a lot of times it's a lot of us that has not done that, and it's okay. The beauty of it is that I'm still living on this earth, and and today I have time to fix it. Tomorrow is not promised. So once you identify a thing, you can actually address it within yourself right away. It's called a it's a decision. It's a choice that you make within yourself. um it's just like, say you realize you do the same thing over and over and over and over and over, and somebody brings to your attention a whole new, a whole new way. Sometimes we be like, well, I mean, I don't know that way, so why would I do that? But then you get to a point where it's like, I don't know that way, but I'm willing to try it. Let's see what that looks like. And that's the place that I'm also in. I'm in a place where, things that I am working through, and some of the tools that I've been given to deal with my stuff, I really don't like it. However, I love the outcome of it. It's always a treat. There's a light at the end of the tunnel, and this too shall pass. So when you find yourself in a place like I am in now, where I just feel like so much is just going on, and I just feel so just overwhelmed, mentally and emotionally. Um, you can't keep that to yourself. You can't harbor it. And once you find out that this is some behaviors are patterns and you realize it, I think you're doing a disservice to yourself if you don't want to fix it. And I pat myself on the back about that as well, is that I acknowledge these things about me. And because I acknowledge it, I'm doing something about it, because I don't want to be like this anymore. I want different results. When you do different things, you get different results. And that means being a better friend, being a better co-worker, being a better, companion, spouse, cousin, sister, auntie, whatever the case may be. My desire, and I say this all the time, my desire is to be better. I'm not looking for to be perfect. I will never be perfect. There's no perfection in this world. We are supposed to strive for perfection, and that is exactly what I'm trying my best to do. um but sometimes, hey, the Bible says a just man's fall of 7 times. So I'm going to fall. And it also says, lean not in your own understanding. And in all thine ways acknowledge him, for he will direct your path according to his riches and his glory. Like it's okay to sometimes just, let go, and just let God. And it's also okay to feel. And that is what I really don't like. I really don't like feeling, because I become sad. I become very sad. And it's hard to work through sadness sometimes when you feel like you're always sad. Like it's always something. At one minute it's like, oh shucks, I'm in my harvest season, I'm receiving, the blessings is pouring. And then out the blue, things just start happening back to back to back to back to back. And then you be like, no, but for real. So it's like you're on a roller coaster. I don't know if you all been to Six Flags or whatever, but there was a ride. Ask me how I know. I don't do roller coasters, but I did this particular time. This was like my senior year of high school. It was like Holly Fest, Halloween Fest, whatever the case may be. And I forgot the name of the ride, but it was wooden at the time, I believe. I don't know, but I know it would go forward, and then it loops, and then it goes forward, and then it comes back, loops and come back. So it's like it goes backwards. And I honestly feel like that's how my life, I honestly feel like that's how this year has been for me. I was so excited. I was on a high. And then next me, things just start happening. And I'm just like, what in the world? The beauty of it is that's what life is. You got some highs and you got some lows. Nothing is going to be perfect. And like I said, there's a light at the end of the tunnel. This too shall pass. You're not going to have to, trouble don't last always. Hey, I got cliches all day and I got scriptures all day. And some might say, I'm a walking clicheist, I'm a walking evangelist, or whatever the case may be. But those are actually affirmations for myself. This is for me. This is for me. This is why I tell y'all when I get on here, this is for me. This is actually for me. However, I feel like it's good to share what's going on because I know I'm not the only person going through this and it can help somebody else. Each one teach one. I don't see why not. I don't see why not. Why would I harbor all this good wisdom and all of this good knowledge and all of these great tools and aha moments? Why would I keep it to myself? God says he love a cheerful giver, and I am cheerful giving you all of me. Like I'm real life John Legend. All of me wants all of you, like in every capacity in all relationships. But that we're gonna back up out of that because that's a whole nother discussion. But that's another reason why I don't like to feel. I don't. And it's really because I don't know what it looks like to feel when I was younger. What did I do when I was younger? How did I handle feelings? What did I do? And I always be like, well, I prayed, I cried a lot, and that's probably why I don't like crying now because it's like I got to a place where I was like, man, forget that. I'm not crying no more. I did that all my life. If I cry now and I just wanted tears of joy, I just want to laugh. That's all I want to do. I want to smile. And if I'm going to cry, it's tears of joy. Oh, I'm in worship. Shoot, when you worship, then that's joy, actually. And it can be a ugly. They got a Christian thing that says that's an ugly cry there. Yeah, sometimes you have an ugly cry. Sometimes I will do an ugly cry. But it's called purging too. Crying is a part of healing. And that's why I have an issue with feeling because when you feel, you're healing. And I have never healed in the capacity in which I am now. See what I'm saying? Shut up. Yeah, I'm a little hungry. It's been a long day. Okay. Um, so I want you to understand that don't judge anybody that might disappear. Just pray because I be disappearing on y'all. I know I'm good for a good disappearing act, but it's because I gotta check on me. I gotta check on me. I gotta be right. I gotta be right. And sometimes my allergies, I got my glasses on now, like my allergies, because I keep blinking. I don't know if you notice, I keep blinking. Like my allergies are horrible. And if you Google the pollen in this area right now, in the DMV area, you won't believe like how high it said it is. It says it's very high and it's irritating. So my eyes are very irritated. So don't go outside. I ain't going back outside today. Okay. I'm in for the day. Um, but yeah, if somebody disappeared, just reach out to them. And if you don't, just pray for them. Cause I mean, eventually they're gonna turn back around, turn back up. I pray. But that's why again, it's balance. How long? Give yourself a time frame to check up on your friends. Check definitely. I tell people all the time, you got to check up on your strong ones. A lot of people don't check up on our strong ones at all. And a part of me is learning in my head that that's a strong one's fault because we're in this space where we are not, and we have people that we trust. We have safe spaces. God has given us, he's given us the people. Like he can't make us drink it. I'm sending you to the well. Here it go. So it's like you know who to go to, but you are stuck. You stuck. You got to come out of that stuck place. You got to come out of that stagnant place. You got to, because I promise when you come out, it's going to bless your life. And when you come out, you're going to make all kinds of different decisions because you're like, you know what? Forget this. I choose me. And when I choose me, I'm going to choose my circle. And when I choose my circle, we all going to choose together solutions. And when we do that together, it's going to be some amazing results. But it starts with you. And what are you hiding? Take the mask off. Take the mask off. Mask off. Take it off. Take it off. It don't need to be there. Like you've had it on long enough. You had it on long enough. One of the other things that we were saying yesterday is that a lot of people that deals with pride and ego, um, I literally said, I think that um, pride and ego masks people trauma. Some people, they are driven by ego. They are driven by their ego and they are driven by pride. And it's because they have had so they have held and had to deal with so much trauma that they put this mask on like they got it all figured out. And like, can't nothing touch me. I'm untouchable. So you think that they are very conceited. You think that they are very cocky. You might think that they might come off as, man, that person think they like it. They're hiding like that. They're hiding. It's a mask. And until they find a safe space to take that mask off, or until they really realize it within themselves, until they really identify it within themselves, then it's never going to actually be resolved. Because sometimes people don't understand, pride and ego eventually wears off. You can't have pride at a funeral. Your ego goes out the way when you got to plan your sibling's funeral. Where my pride and my ego at? There are times when, I remember one time my cousin, we wasn't talking at all. I mean, we ain't talked for years, but somebody who was very close to the family passed away and she had to call me. Pride and ego, it eventually fades. And I knew it took everything in her not to call me, but she knew that in this tragic moment, we all needed each other. We all needed each other. You got to, what I'm saying? So deal with your pride and your ego before the tragedy. You do not want the tragedy to happen and you stuck in your pride and your ego. There's some trauma that you got. Deal with it. Deal with it. Get you a therapist. Get you a journal. Get you a book. I'm gonna show y'all my new book next time I'm on here. I got me a new book about trauma, about how it affects your mind and how you can actually change that whole thing around. Prime example, if you deal with a whole bunch of stuff, right? It's okay to deal with the stuff and find yourself in this sunken place, but try to think about something positive that'll take you out that sunken place. Look at it as every bad things have a good thing in it, or every negative have a positive. Like I really don't like eggs. This might be a dumb analogy, but I'm gonna do it. I really don't like eggs. Okay, I really don't. However, and I can't stand yolk. I cannot stand yolk at all from an egg. However, the positive side of it, that when I crack it and I put my fork in it and I be like this, and then I sprinkle my little salt pepper, and then I flip it and then I smash it. Oh, that fried egg. It's a blessing in the fried egg. And then sometimes you put a little cheese on it. Y'all don't hear me. You don't hear me. Put a little turkey sausage on the side, maybe some little fruit, little iced coffee. That's gonna be your breakfast tomorrow, I know. But yeah, I'm serious. But that's what I'm saying. The negative is that you really don't like it, but the positive is the outcome of it. That's all I'm saying. Okay. So just always find a negative and a positive. Always find some good and the bad. You have some great memories, dwell there. Don't dwell in the negative. And when you're in your feelings and you in a state in your life where you're dealing with your feelings, stay right there, journal them, Reach out to people and say, hey, I need to talk to somebody because I'm in my feelings and I just want to talk about it. And you should say up front, I just need an ear. I don't want no opinion. I don't need your perspective. That's not what I want right now. I just need an ear because I'm dealing with these feelings and I got to get it out. And I'm struggling dealing with it by myself. I'm over this sucker bawling, snot everywhere, wishing that I had a Mima or something. And you got friends. It's okay. I didn't put snot on the back on my friends before, okay? Yes, I have. But yeah, I love y'all. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. Thank you for following me. Thank you for comments. And thank you for every subscriber that I have. Please, 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 please continue to follow this journey. Continue to pray for me. Continue to support me and lift me up. I appreciate you so, so, so very much. Always, always know that I'm not going anywhere. No matter how long I'm gone, I'm coming back because this and everything that I got going on is for the greater good. Okay? There's always a reason. I love you guys. Enjoy the rest of your week. Have an amazing weekend. And I promise to see you soon. Like, share, subscribe, comment.